Insert keyframe ATK. Alright. Not going to tell us much, but at least we'll know it's working. So pretend for now that you've actually completely... Yeah. So pretend for now you've completed your character and you're like, okay, I want to plug it into the game. Well, here's how you have to do that. This is a little touchy, and I have better ways to do this, but for now this is how this has to work, and probably forever. So you have made your My New Enemy, and I've called it MC Monster. That's the real deal. So there's an enemy clip here in the library on the root, just called Enemy. Double-click that sucker. You'll notice that it has one keyframe for each enemy in the game. Not only that, it has actions on each keyframe. If you left-click a frame and go to Actions, or right-click Actions, you can see that this is the data that drives the character itself. In this case, Gator. All these parameters, you know, give him attack and movement and stuff. These values can be adjusted while the character is moving and interacting. But for now, let's just add an extra keyframe. So, F5, right-click, insert blank keyframe. Don't add any extra keyframes or the system will expect there to be something there. Drag your monster clip over. In this case, it's MC Monster. Q, double-click the white dot. V, make sure he's exactly centered at 0, 0, or else there's going to be problems. Remember how I said he's at 200% scale? That's how big Gator is, and that's how big he is. He's at 200% scale. So, you're now going to have to do calc. Get out your calculator. Now, actually I think he's at 250 because Barb, over here, is 250 scale. So she's 250%. Well, that means he has to be the reciprocal of that, which is 1 divided by 250. Doesn't help you much, does it? That's because it needs to be 1 divided by 2.50. No. 100 divided by 250 times 100. 40. I couldn't make that simple. Anyway, the reciprocal of 250%, which should be 1 divided by 2.5, or 100 divided by 250, let's do that instead, is 0.4 times 100. That's 40%, so he should be 40% in the enemy clip. That correctly scales him along with the rest of the enemies. There's Dark Dragon, there's Raptor. He's correctly scaled. So like if I go into Gator's clip, I don't know if he has any barbs on him. Where's the barbs? Yeah, so there's Barb's size on the screen. And there's Raptor. And Barb's size for him should be exactly the same, which it is. So, because we made the Raptor at 250% scale, Barb is at 250% relative to the Raptor, then in the enemy clip, he has to be named instance name enemy. You can click on any other frame and confirm that. They're all named enemy, the instances. So Raptor's instance is named enemy. He's been scaled the inverse of 250, which is 40%. Again, by that equation, which is 100 divided by your scaling, which in this case is 250, times 100. 40. So, at that point, now we have to plug in a bunch of information about him. I recommend like selecting Gator, selecting all of his code, copy, which like right-click copy or Control-C, left-click on Raptor's frame, Control-V or right-click paste, and plug in some stuff about him. Notice that there's a scale at the top. In this case, it's 250. And this is Raptor. Raptor. Silly dino. His maximum HP is 457. I don't know why. His movement speed is 4. Actually, I don't know what this is at all. That doesn't even make sense. Let's set to 0. His high attack is 6, his medium attack is 7, his low attack is 6. He has no high defense, 1 medium defense, and 2 low defense. This crap remains the same. He doesn't have a camera offset. Because he's using the camera, or he will be. So, once you've copy-pasted enemy information in the enemy clip, correctly put in this thing, named the instance enemy, scaled it properly, now you can see him work. So let's save. Save frequently in Flash, keep backups because Flash crashes a lot. Control Enter, I believe, is test movie. Play. Let's jump to him really quick. Where are you? No. Is there a glitch? Did I screw up? There he is. So now he's attacking. Whack, whack. Moves just as fast as I do. Whack, whack, whack. No! Looks like he works. He's trying to attack me. He's taking hits, even though the letters are backwards. Death, dead. Ta-da! So now your character's in the game. Now it just needs to do stuff. Let's put in some attack boxes just so it can hit Barb. Double click on your McMonster. Attacks. So since we have an attack normal, let's look at the Lizzie. See how she did this. Wow, it's taking that long? Okay. Lizzie's attacks. If we show Lizzie attacking, slash. Hey look, there's a red box here. What's it do? Hey, it's an attack box. And it's an instance of attack box. How simple is that? Let's left click this sucker, copy it by Control C or right click copy. Go over to our raptor. Like attack normal. Insert a blank keyframe. I want to put it on the camera layer since we're not using the camera yet. Might as well. Let's see, attack normal. This is a low attack, so it should be down here, right? I want to make the camera layer a red color so I can see it better. I'll only make that for a few frames, since that's unfair otherwise. Whack. Medium normal, it's blank keyframe. Medium's a pretty broad attack. I don't even know what it means yet. Right click, insert blank keyframe. Right click, insert blank keyframe. High attack we all know is going to be a bite of some kind. Whoop-de-doo. Insert blank keyframe. Blam, blam, blam. So there. Raptor can now attack even though it doesn't have any animations. Save and test again. I want to recolor him and add a few details, and then we'll see if his idle animation makes sense. Walk. Ow, ouch, ow, ouch, ow, ouch, ow, ouch, ouch. No! Oh. Whack, 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 whack. Run! You can't outrun. Why doesn't the blocking work in this damn game? Anyway, I should fix that. So yeah. So now, since we don't care about the noms, we actually have to probably put in the animations as needed. Since there's no animations going on, but it is switching to them appropriately. That's a thing. Let's give him an idle animation real quick. I do want to change his colors first, though, because if you don't set up the colors right before you start animating, you then have to go back to every single keyframe and change them, which is kind of a problem. Let's see, what colors should Mr. Raptor be in? Then I guess, since I didn't get the animation this one, we'll start it on the next one. Should he be purple? Purple and pink? The heck color should he be? Give me some colors, people. Since we're almost at the hour mark again. Colors. Orange and yellow. Oh no, take normal. gold and white. Gray. Gold and gray. Purple orange is fine. Okay, let's do purple orange. Sorry, Aku, you didn't put your answer in the correct media. Since I'm kind of colorblind, it's it's difficult for me to pick colors. I'll say that much. In other words, every time I pick colors, people hate me. I don't know why. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, red and white. What the hell? Purple, orange. That was the first answer. Let's figure out this purple. Purple? Hey, wait a minute. That looks like the colors from Mario World. Orange and lavender. Where is lavender? Needs to be lighter. You need to be less vermilion. We'll go with that. So now let's... You're about to see why I told you about selecting colors before you start animating in a direct example. Nah. Because we animated the arms in a shape tween, the shape tween preserves the color.